Okay, we're going to talk about putting the base on this project and then talking about different handles. And so make sure that you have a piece of clay that you can use. You're just going to trace, at least for the first one, the bottom of this. Okay, so I wouldn't cut, I would just trace it because it's hard to cut straight down. So I have that, and so I can go ahead and cut this out, and then I can push that tool straight into it. Oops. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and score and slip this on. You do need a reinforcing coil. Sometimes I have kids who prefer to like drop that down through the top of it and put a coil here. Sometimes people, when we've talked about doing this before, they want to go ahead and put the coil in before. And so if you can scratch, you can do a little bit with this one. It's a little snug. And I could kind of get the corners with something else. But you could go ahead and put that coil in now, so you don't have to like drop a coil down in there. So same thing with this one. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in right now. But it's not really a right or wrong, it's just you eventually need one, so I'm going to go ahead and score and slip this. Let me check this. Okay, so I'm going to score and slip and do this first one. And same thing on this, score and slip. This section. And get that on there. Okay, so make sure you press, so that's gonna stick. And then we're gonna do a foot on this, which is just like a raised area. I think this makes the mug look nicer on the bottom. So you're gonna flip it, put it back on this piece of clay, and we're gonna go ahead and trace again. Okay, so I have that piece. I'm going to go ahead and hollow this section out so I have like a donut. So I'm going to go ahead and just make this the same thickness. It's just going to be like parallel to this side. So that's what I'm going to draw, and then I'm going to cut this section out. So I have that. I'm going to go ahead and score that to the bottom of this, which I need to match up where I trace so it looks the same. There we go. So this is going to be the bottom of it. It's going to raise it up, make it a little taller. Okay, so then that can go on there and press that down. This does a couple of things for you where this is the only place that will not have glaze. So you can have a section that has glaze on the center. That does mean that your name needs to go on this. So we can still read it, okay? But all of this would get cleaned up, okay? So you would smooth it out. You can use a paintbrush, that kind of thing. The outside of these will need to be blended somehow, but that's kind of up to you on how you want to do that. You just have to be really careful. Let me grab a paintbrush. You can do that with just a little bit of water or a sponge where you can clean. It's still pretty hard. Where you can sponge over that. This part is a bigger kind of crease, and so you could probably press those together a little bit more and kind of blend just slightly. And like that helps kind of cover up some of that where it's not as apparent. Okay, so just a little bit. Don't go too crazy to where you blend all of the design away. You don't want to have that disappear. Okay, the seam I don't really mind. Sometimes I think that it looks kind of neat, like it's overlapped. But it's kind of up to you on where you want to put the handle. You do need to blend that coil that's down there, okay? And then you do need the 4 reinforcing coils in those seams, okay? So you guys know how to do that. I'm not going to show you how to do that. The other thing, the rim of this needs to be rounded, and so I feel like this tool works really well. To go ahead and take this, we've used this on another project before. This kind of helps take the sides off of that and round it out. And just with like, you know, one pass over this, it looks so much better already. So again, a little bit of water and you would be able to just clean that up. Okay, so the foot, the seams, the rim, all of those things would be next. Okay, so the handle is the last thing that we need to do, and that's a good thing to leave towards the end, because if you mess with it, you could knock the handle off. And so doing that last is probably a good thing. So think about where you want this to be, either covering up that seam, or it could be like on the corner if you wanted it to be right here. The mugs that I have up on my shelf are all a little bit different, and I think all of those up there have a different handle. And so there are lots of things that you could do. You might even think about like repeating something that you see in the design with your handle. Okay, so repetition is always good. But I'm going to go ahead and look at these. So I'm going to roll a coil that is shaped like a carrot. So that means that I'm going to have to like angle my hand and roll more on one side to get this smaller. Okay, so you can see how it's big over here and then small over here. So I'm going to take the heel of my hand and flatten this. This is a lot like what we did with those smooth coils, where you can flatten. And I'm going to flatten the other side. And then you can take that and just sponge it off and make sure that that's nice and clean. Okay, I'm going to do the other side. Okay, so that looks pretty good. And so now you can kind of think about this on here. What do you want this to look like? Okay, you'll probably have to trim the top and the bottom just to make this sit like flush on the pot. Okay, but think about, what do you want this to, what kind of design? Do you want it to, I mean, you could have something that curves around like this. It could curve inside, you know what I mean, and have like a different shape like this. This part could be on the outside of it, okay, where you have some type of shape here or connected. Just remember that anything that's touching should get scored and slipped, okay. It could, let's roll another one. Okay, they could both kind of back up and, let's see, be a direction like this, okay? But you want to think about this when you're holding a mug, make sure you're watching, that however many fingers you can put in this right now, like however tall this is, it's going to be one less later, okay? So if I can fit, like let's say that I scored and slipped it on right here and right here, right? So that's what I want my mug to, or my handle to look like. Right now, I can barely fit 4 in there, okay? So let's say that I can. So after it shrinks and it goes through both of the kilns, you can only expect that you're gonna be able to fit 3 in there, okay? So if you wanted this to be a mug that you picked up with your whole hand, then you need to think about that. And it needs to be like 1 finger thickness, like more, you know what I mean? And it depends if you're making this for someone who is bigger than you or smaller than you, okay, you would have to kind of accommodate that. Okay, so think about that on how big. The same thing with the depth of that. If you were making it, I see some people who will make a handle that is so close to their pot, so it looks like this, okay? And they can barely squeeze their fingers in there. It's gonna shrink this direction too, okay? So this person's not gonna be able to pick this up once they get done, okay, once it's fired. So make sure it's bigger. Think about it shrinking at least a finger width both directions, okay? Up and down and side to side. And then same thing with handles. You've just got to score and slip them on. They're not hard. It's just what we've always been doing on scoring and slipping. And then just like before, we can't turn this in the day that you score and slip those handles on, okay? Because it needs to sit and it needs to like have the water redistribute in it and let it dry slow. So I'm going to go ahead and put this handle on real quick. I'm going to put this here, put one down here. You do have to score and slip, which means you're going to have a little bit of your design kind of messed with, but you just have to be careful that you only do what you need. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and press these on. Make sure you push. So it's going to stay. Same thing here. You push, and then it would be a good idea to put a reinforcing coil, just something really small. Okay, and when I mean small, I mean really small, something little that's just going to help connect. I probably have enough slip up there. So I'm going to go ahead and press this around that handle. You have to think this handle eventually is going to be what's holding this pot up. You've got to be able to pick it up. And so this part would get blended. And then I would just take a paintbrush around it and just smooth it out. Okay, so that's where we're at, putting the base on that has a foot, and then rounding out that top edge for the rim, and attaching a handle. Okay, don't forget the coils on the inside.